Irfaan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you very much. First of all, let me apologize to you for the late start. We couldn't help it. We don't control everything, including transportation. But let me say to you that today I am not here to tell you about the People's Progressive Party and what we have done. I think your conscience and everything you have seen would allow you to know that in the last 5 years, the People's Progressive Party civic government has served you relentlessly every single day of the year. We came into office, and from day one, we have been on the ground. You are the bedrock of the People's Progressive Party. You are the supporters, and you are the ones who give us strength every single day. Let me say today that, Indar spoke about some of the things. I don't need to tell you that we're going to continue to invest in education, that we're going to continue to invest in healthcare. Very soon, you will have one of the best state-of-the-art hospital at the country. And if you want to know how good that hospital is, find out from those who are using the new one in Diamond. Let them tell you about the level of service, the technology. Let them tell you about what they are experiencing as a result of that investment. I don't have to tell you that we're going to continue to invest in agriculture, increasing production, investing in farm-to-market access roads, investing in your children, increasing the school grant, increasing the pension for the old age pensioner, developing more house lots, empowering women, putting more money back in the pockets of people, and the list goes on and on. Every single thing that we give you, you can be assured, we're not going to take it back. We're going to make it better every year that is ahead of us. Better and better and better. That is what the People's Progressive Party Civic is about. That is what we support. But we must understand that the next 5 years are critical years. They are important years in which the investments that we're going to make as a people and as a government, those investments are going to determine how successful we are in the future. Those investments are going to tell us how prosperous our future will be. And you in these communities, as I said a few days ago right here in Region 3, this region is going to undergo remarkable investment. Right here, the valuation of your lands alone, the assets that you have here in this region, your land value in the next 5 years will increase by a minimum of 700%. Just imagine that. But this will happen because of a clearly defined vision that the People's Progressive Party has. And that does not only include giving everybody treated water, bringing down your cost of electricity by half, removing the toll from the Demerara River Bridge, building the new highway, extending it all the way to Parika, the Del Conte Road, the Mabura Hill, the Makaura Sand Hill Road, Lincoln to Mary in the interior, opening up hundreds of thousands of acres of land. All of that is interconnected with these communities here. And all of that would improve the productivity, expand the economic base, and create new opportunities for these communities. I don't have to tell you that every single child, these young people, you have a remarkable future that you're going into. Sometimes young people believe that they're the smartest thing ever now. But You must remember that your parents may not have a degree or a master's or a PhD, not because they're not smart, because they never had the opportunity you have today. You have opportunities today that sometimes we take for granted. You have free university education, more than 30,000 gold scholarship. Anybody who wants to be a nurse now, the government gives you a stipend whilst we train you for free. Guarantee you employment. And the salaries are increasing to the extent that we have nurses who migrated are coming back now. Doctors who migrated are coming back now. Teachers who migrated are coming back now. You know, there's some old teachers sitting right here. And they can tell you about the sacrifices and difficulties they went through. Today, we have adjusted the base salary of all of these persons. But your communities especially, the farming community. The discussion I want to have with you today is how do we advance the modernization of your communities. And there are some key investments that we are going to guarantee you, that we are going to make to reduce your cost of production, to increase your efficiency, to give you greater profitability, to extend the shelf life of your produce, and to help you with value creation. Let us begin with what is happening in Porica. We have just awarded the contract for the first phase of an international port facility that will be at Porica. That facility at Porica will have cold storage facility for the farmers. It will have cold storage facility for the farmers. It will have agro-processing facility for the farmers. It will have packing facility for the farmers. The initial investment is almost 20 million US dollars, 4 billion Guyana dollars. And that's the initial investment. We are already working on getting a ferry service in place that will take your produce to markets all across the Caribbean. But to prepare for those markets too, we have to ensure that we are building the infrastructure. We have to ensure that we're investing in the drainage and irrigation so that we'll have the best lands available. We have to invest in your productivity, in your yield. We have to invest in helping you to reduce your cost of transportation. And these are the things that we know are critical. But before we get to this phase of development in the coming years, the next year, 2 years, important for you now is to ensure that we reduce your risk, reduce your losses, and reduce your exposure to the weather. And one of the important things to reduce your exposure to the weather is that of drainage and irrigation. We started a program with one machine where we wanted to give every farmer, I think you have 70 farmers in this area, every farmer 35 hours of machine work. One machine was not enough. We brought the second machine, and still the second machine is not enough. So I've spoken to Lionel, and I've asked him to come up with a strategy where we can contract some of these services out and see if we can add a third machine so we can expeditiously move to have the 70 farmers serviced with that 35 hours work. But that is not all. It is not only about giving you that work, that 75 hours, that 35 hours work. It is about how we will sustain this. What are the things that are key and critical for us to sustain this? And what are these things? We have to bring the farmers together, create a management company, like a corporation, among all the farmers in this area. And we are going to invest in some machinery that we are going to give you to manage. So you don't need everybody owning a backhoe. There are 3 or 4 critical pieces of equipment that we are going to leave, we're going to buy and give to the farmers themselves, to this corporation, so that you can manage it, so that you can work on the maintenance, you can work on the upkeep, you can work on ensuring that the investments we are making are going to be sustained and sustainable. So that is one of the things on the agenda. So we already decided we're going to extend the machine, not only the third one, but also look at contracting out some of this. We built a stelling, but I know now the farmers want that stelling to be more inland. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. The farmers want that stelling to be more inland. I've asked NDIA to have the design of that stelling completed so that we can make the investment that will help you to have this stelling where you want it to be. Then we have the issue of the 3 heavy-duty bridges going to Moroshi. Those 3 bridges, are those bridges priority for you? Yes or no? Yes. I can't hear you. Yes. Because those 3 bridges were raised with me, and what we're going to do is that we're going to invest in those 3 bridges. So I've asked the DNI engineer Lal to design those bridges, and by next week we should go out to tender for those 3 bridges so that we can have it awarded in the coming weeks. That is a true 3 heavy-duty timber bridge going to Moroshi. Now, let me get back to the wharf that you wanted. I want to update you that that's the internal one from the cocoa coming in. Sea Defenses would have already awarded that contract this morning, and works will commence very soon. So that you will have that very soon. One of the other things is that you wanted additional extension services. Right, Dr. Waltron? We have made a decision at the board that 2 additional persons will be sent to this area as extension officers to work with the farmers. But we're doing much more than this. By mid-next year, all of you who have a phone will be an extension officer by yourself. Because we are building now a smart surveillance system that will give farmers direct real-time information so that you can go now in your field. You can have a situation in your field, you take out a photograph on your phone, you write text, what is the issue you're faced with, you send it to the smart center, the center of excellence, and immediately they will send you back a response on what you should do, what you should look for, and how you should treat the problem. That is where we're taking agriculture. On your smart device, you'll get warning as to weather pattern, what you should look out for. So once you have the phone, every single person will be directly linked to an extension officer. And in the digital platform we're building, we have the Ask Government network that will be connected. So if you have a problem in your field, you ask the question, and AI, using our information system and intelligence, will then develop the answer and send it back to you instantaneously. This is what we're doing. We are talking about the big picture, big things, the things that are going to transform your lives, the things that are going to make you prosperous. Not people disrespecting you and your dignity by believing that they can walk around and drop $10,000 or $15,000 in your hand and tell you vote for them. That is a disrespect to your dignity. Your greatest honor and dignity is your vote. And anyone who believes that they can do that is disrespecting your dignity and your honor. So, as we continue to build out, what are we looking at? We have already identified all the farm-to-market roads, access roads. And I've said to NDIA that we must now develop a comprehensive plan in the first phase of having all of those roads into, or converting all of those roads into all-weather road. That's the first stage of the plan. We have to convert all of those roads into all-weather roads. Now, today, we have a number of persons with us here. But the future of agriculture is to maximize the value you can get on the same acreage of land. What do I mean? You may have 10 acres of land that you're cultivating with plantains, give you an example. And you may have inlet drains where you have brackish water. Whilst you're waiting on the plantains, those drains can earn you money. In Berbice, we started with the farmers. Remember, they laughed at us when we said we were going to develop a swamp shrimp project. Today it's $35,000 per bucket, and that industry that we develop in Berbice turns over $1.5 billion every year. And that is what we want here. We want you to look at what are the additional opportunities to maximize your revenue, to maximize what you can get out of your land. So today, there are a number of projects I want to announce to you that I want you to get engaged on. First of all, the aquaculture project. You know, we have these cage farms. We have the swamp shrimp. So there are some areas, you have brackish water here, right? Some swamp with brackish water. Am I not right? Good. So those areas, we can work with the farmers in developing the pond for brackish water shrimp production. Then we have the aquaculture production. Villages like Kapui, for example, they're earning between $5 to $7 million every year now because of the fish cages that we place over there. They're now producing tambaki and they're selling it on the market and getting great earning. So all those who want to be part of the brackish water swim project, we want you to go to Dr. Waldron. He's here, Lionel and Lal, and give them your information. Those who, some of you wanted fish pond, am I right? Some of you wanted help to convert your land into some fish pond, am I right? If you don't want that, tell me. If there are persons who want that, then we're willing to support that, because diversification is the important aspect of what we want to do. But we also want to recreate in this area the coconut industry. We want in the next 5 years to have producing coconut trees, at least 5 to 10,000 coconut trees in this area producing coconut. So we're going to bring in the high-yielding Brazilian variety, Brazilian dwarf, that's what we call it, right? And we're going to have those coconut trees distributed free of cost to all of you. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to invest in the cold storage facility. We're going to invest in one major packaging hub. Everybody who plant coconut don't need their own plant to do the bottling. We can co-invest with you on developing one bottling plant that will service the entire area, so that you bring your coconut water and this comes under the same corporation, and then we have a direct export from Parika all the way through the Caribbean. That is the future we're talking about. The other thing that we want to encourage you here is look at cage crab farming. Now, you may not know this, but one of the most expensive product is crab meat, packaged crab meat. We are willing to work with you on converting lands for crab production, looking at a swamp area, and looking at cage farming for crabs. And then build a facility to have all the meat produced right here. And guess what? We're importing crab meat right now. We have a massive demand because of all the hotels that are being built. You know, when you go to some of these hotels and these restaurants, they ask if you want crab cake or crab meat, and they bring it in a shell and give it to you. We import that. We started a project, the prawns project at Anvoa. Today, we have packaged prawns in all the supermarket. Massey is now buying that packaged prawns to not only service the local market, but to eventually service the entire Caribbean market. That simple project will be turning over more than $2 billion by the end of next year. More than $2 billion. All of these things we are ready to co-invest in with you to give you the brightest future, the most prosperous future. And this is the discourse that we want to have with people. This is what we want to talk to you about. The big ideas, the transformative ideas. Not just the roads, the bridges, the cash grant, the pensions, the salaries. All of that will come. All of that will come. But the productive sector, increasing productivity, generating new revenue, advancing this dialogue, that is also key for us. I've also asked Dr. Waldron here to make, we have the hybrid rams that we have brought into the country. We are willing to make 20 of those hybrid rams available to the farmers here. So we can bring it and y'all decide how we're going to deploy these 20 hybrid rams. You want that? Y'all don't want that? So, Dr. Waldron will be working with you on having this. There's another big issue that we have. We have major shortage of duck on the market. So the ministry now is running a program called the duck breeding program. Now this is not a program where you'll be eating the duck that you're rearing, right? This is a program where we will help you, especially women, to set up a facility, but you must sell back the eggs to us. So the program is about getting duck eggs for hatching purposes, and the ministry buy back those eggs from you. So those persons who are willing to go to the duck breeding program, we are willing also to support you. All right? Then honey production. Honey production is another major and important opportunity. Honey production, not only the price, but honey don't spoil. Honey don't spoil. We also have the market for the honey. We went and we got a market for the honey. And we are willing to support every person who wants to be trained. We're going to train you. We're going to give you all the safety equipment. We're going to give you 5 hives, and we're going to start you up in the honey production business. All of these are things that would add to your income level, add to your business model, add to ensure that whatever you're doing in agriculture is profitable and sustainable. The other thing is that I know you will have, soon on Monday, GWI will be testing the new line with treated water. So they will take about 5-6 days to flush the line, and then they will extend treated water to all of you here in this part of the area. And whilst we may not have the level of service that you want now, we're going to invest in a booster facility so that by next year we'll have the highest level of service of treated water, but you will start enjoying that treated water soon. All right? Now, I know too that you have some personal issues. I have Mr. Budram here. Where is he? Where is Deputy Commissioner Budram? Come in front. Those of you who have issues with the police, with acknowledgement letters and so, you go to him. I have Mr. Muniz from Lands and Survey. Those of you who are, I know we have some issue with some of the farmers from Namrik. We're trying to see how we can help you with that issue. But Mr. Muniz is here. Those of you who have DNI issues, you have Lionel and Lal here for DNI issues. Those of you who have human services issues, that is, that you might have been on the public assistance register and somebody throw you off, or disability and somebody throw you off. If that happened to you, the PS is here, you'll come and give her your information. If you need to get your old age pension, you haven't received your book as yet, where is the PS? The PS is here, and she will take that information to be dealt with before the end of next week. Okay? We have also my team from the Office of the President. They're the back here. Any other issue you have that you want to raise, you raise it with them. That is for the personal issue. But as I said, I'm not here to talk for a long time. I'm just here to let you know that you have a government you can trust. We have delivered every single thing to you and beyond in the manifesto. This is not, the next 5 years is not about experimenting. The next 5 years is about consolidating all that we have gained and moving forward together for a brighter and better Ghana. That is what it is about. So my dear friends, comrades, I'm very pleased to be here. And now I will spend some time listening to you. You've heard some of the things that I know is concerning to you. You've heard what we are doing, so you don't need to repeat those. But if you have any ideas, any suggestion that you want to share with us, that we should pursue over the next 5 years, that is what I want to hear about. I want to hear about what you think are some of the things that we should pursue. We said to you already that we have to reduce your cost of production. We have to help you with your capital expenditure. We have to support you in building out, buying equipment to support your production. So the future is yours. Once you do the right thing, that future is strong, stable, and secure. And the right thing is to continue to put your trust and commitment in the People's Progressive Party. I thank you, and God bless you, and the floor is now open for any questions from anyone.